Hello, Naomi here. It's time to show you my February 2024 pickups. I have 18 games here to show you, and I just want to let you know I haven't had the chance to play any of these games yet. I'm just going to talk a little bit about what deals I got, what I know about the game, and why I was interested in each game. Let's begin with my Xbox pickups. Xbox games are just so cheap right now. You can find some really great games at fantastic prices. Earlier in the month, GameStop was having a sale on used games, 4 for $20. For a game to qualify, it had to be used and under $10. We went to a couple GameStops hoping to take advantage of this deal and only was able to find 4 we wanted at one location. Darksiders Genesis is an action-adventure with a Metascore of 77. This game has couch co-op, which I always love finding games that are multiplayer. Most likely, that is the way we will play. It is split screen, which isn't my preference, but it looks like a good time regardless. Space Hulk Tactics is a strategy game that is actually based on a board game of the same name. It has a Metascore of 71. Now, I love strategy games, and I also really love board games, so this seemed like an obvious winner to me. I've never played Space Hulk before, but I love seeing board games turned into video games. I wish it had couch co-op, but regardless, I'm so happy to add this game to my collection. Stranded Cells Explorers of the Cursed Island is an exploration and farming adventure. This game has some mixed Metacritic scores, giving it a total score of 57. In this game, you become stranded on an island. You have to survive and solve the mystery of the island. It just looks like such a cute and laid-back world. I really want to give this game a chance for myself. State of Decay 2 is an action-adventure with a Metacritic score of 66. In this game, you gather a group of survivors in a post-apocalyptic world and try to build a community. On the case it says, your choices define your survival story, and I'm a sucker for games where my choices affect the story outcome. So although I don't expect this to be a favorite, I'm definitely looking forward to this one. The State of Decay 2 had a digital code for the first State of Decay game, and it ended up working. When buying used games, I always assume the digital code no longer works, but I always make sure to check them when I get home because sometimes you just get lucky. The Raven Remastered I found used at GameStop for cheap. This is an adventure puzzle game with a Metascore of 70. This is a murder mystery game with 3 different endings. I'm really hoping this game has good puzzles, but I always enjoy a good whodunit regardless. The Orange Box is backwards compatible on the Series X. This collection includes complete versions of Half-Life 2 with a Metacritic score of 96, Half-Life 2 Episode 1, and Half-Life 2 Episode 2. Portal, which has a Metacritic score of 90, and Team Fortress 2 with a Metacritic score of 92. Of these games, I've only ever played Portal, which is a fantastic puzzle game, but each of these games are considered Valve classics, and I'm very excited to play Half-Life 2 and all of the expansions. Team Fortress 2 doesn't really sound like a game I would normally play, but I'll give it a try. We found this Platinum Edition complete in box at Video Game Wizards in Portland, Oregon. Project Cepheid Arc of Deception is another Xbox 360 exclusive we found at Video Game Wizards in Portland, Oregon. This is a space shooter with a Metacritic score of 64, made by Square Enix. This game has customizable fighter ships and seems to have an interesting story as well. With Xbox 360 games being so cheap, this is a great time to be picking up games, especially some of those console exclusive titles. Jurassic Park Operation Genesis for the original Xbox. We found this complete in box used at a GameStop for extremely cheap. This game has a Metacritic score of 69. This is a management sim and strategy game where you can build and manage your own Jurassic Park. This game has 12 missions to complete and also has a breeding system to help collect different types of dinosaurs. Unfortunately, this game isn't backwards compatible with the Series X. Now moving on to the PlayStation games. The first game I have here is Spider-Man Edge of Time. This game only has a Metacritic score of 58, but we found this complete in box at GameStop for extremely cheap. Even though this action-adventure game doesn't have the best reviews, it has become kind of collectible. We enjoy Spider-Man, so I'm always happy to add another Spider-Man game to the collection. Assassin's Creed Unity for the PlayStation 4 is a game we actually already own, but this game only has online multiplayer, not couch co-op. This was another pickup from Video Game Wizards, and at $5 it's worth giving the multiplayer a try. This is an action-adventure and stealth game with a Metacritic score of 70. My son really loves Assassin's Creed games, and now we'll be able to play together. Space Base Startopia for the PlayStation 4. We found this used at GameStop for $1.89. This is a strategy and life sim game with a Metacritic score of 69. This is meant to be a humorous empire building strategy game where you're building a space station. There are even competitive and cooperative couch co-op modes, which makes me very excited. The Sexy Brutale Full House Edition again was a used complete in box GameStop find. I got this very cheap with this full color manual and the soundtrack. This murder mystery adventure game has a Metacritic score of 83. In this game, you're simultaneously trying to save fellow guests from being murdered and also solve the mystery of the mansion you're all trapped in. Dragon Quest Builders 2 is an action-adventure sandbox game with a Metacritic score of 86. This game series is best described as a combination of Dragon Quest and Minecraft. Now, I've only played the demo of the second game so far, but I've played through and completed the first game and I absolutely loved it. I'm really looking forward to playing this game and I'm planning on playing this one on the Portal. I only picked up one 3DS game this month, and that's Bravely Default. I actually already own Bravely Second Endlayer and Bravely Default 2, but I haven't yet played them because I've been wanting to play the first game before diving into the sequels. I found this game complete in box at GameStop, and I'm so happy to finally be able to start this series. Moving on to the Switch games, the Silver Case 2425 is an adventure puzzle life sim with a Metacritic score of 72. This is actually a collection of two games. They are very stylized murder mystery games. Now in the reviews I've read, it seems this isn't a game for everyone, but I do tend to like NIS America games, and I love murder mysteries. Also, because I found this used at GameStop, it's worth a try. Slaycation Paradise is a humorous top-down twin-stick shooter adventure. Now this game doesn't have many reviews, but it was used at GameStop for only $4.74. This game hadn't been on my radar, but it was so cheap it was hard to pass up, and from the trailers it looks like a fun little game. Zombies Ate My Neighbors and Ghoul Patrol are two classic games reprinted by Limited Run. This is the Best Buy printing that recently went on clearance. I don't know if anyone watching has experienced this, but I frequently find clearance games are cheaper in store at Best Buy, if you can find them in stock, than it is online. These are action games with a Metacritic score of 59. This version has a museum with the game's history and interviews from the developers. Also, these games have a couch co-op, which is most likely how we'll end up playing. The last game I picked up this month is Dragon Quest Monsters: The Dark Prince. This is an RPG that many are comparing to Pokemon with a Metacritic score of 72. I haven't played any of the Dragon Quest monster games before, but this game definitely sounds right up my alley. Unfortunately, this game has been hard to find physically, but I got very lucky and found my copy used complete in box at GameStop. Hopefully this game gets a second printing for those still looking. Well, that ends our journey looking at all the games I picked up February 2024. If you made it this far and enjoyed the video, please give a like. Next week I'll be releasing a video of all the games I played this month, so subscribe if you'd like to stay tuned. And as always, happy gaming. Bye!